There are two classes of problems that we see Gen AI really do well for, and frankly, a lot of other problems that it isn't really ready yet to fully solve. But the two that we've seen most effective is this situation where you're essentially accelerating people. And what we see is generative AI does a very good job at both interpreting language and essentially taking educated guesses from that on what should happen and everything else. And so this is one of the reasons that you've seen a lot of these Copilot type apps start to get created, is that they're always they're an assistance to a human, because what they're able to do is process information very quickly and come up with good, what are probably good results. And then the human can essentially take those and say, yep, that looks good. This looks good. I'll tweak this a little bit and go. And compared to the person doing all of this themselves, they can be really, really impactful just in overall productivity. And that you'll see this in areas, especially like marketing copy and things like that, and like in, creating social media content and other things. And then the other area that we see them be very effective is where they're working off a very specific pool of information. And the reason for that is that you can essentially do a lot of validation that the answers are coming from the pool. So that could be like a set of documents. In our situation, that could be a conversation. In a support situation, that could be a set of existing support tickets or issues that were solved properly. And in those cases as well, I would say the accuracy we see goes up and up and up, which is really, really impactful. And so those are the two big areas that we see Gen AI, I'd say, in the first big phase start to and already impacting is just overall productivity, is around essentially this like assistant to people, as well as this like working off a known set of information and data. Because the more you can tune it to a specific problem and on a specific set of data, just frankly, the more reliable it becomes and the more easy it is to avoid or detect any sort of hallucinations. And then the area that we really don't see a lot of uptake yet, frankly, despite it being so broadly talked about in the press and everywhere else, is just doing really fully automated, where the AI is essentially running everything or able to come up with a perfect answer in an unsupervised way. The way I would describe that is there are a lot of really good demos, and the demos are frankly really impressive with that, but it's not something where you can give it general random input from a person and expect that the answer is right to the level and consistency and accuracy that most businesses would need that they would need in order to actually turn it on in kind of a production environment. And it can be very dangerous in that way.